And welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents
J&M Solve the World. I am James.
And I am Matt. And with us is starting wide receiver and cornerback for the Skyline Tigers, James's grandson. You'll know him, you'll love him, Aiden Battles.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Coming off a big win last night.
Oh yeah, 72-16.
Wow.
It was a great game.
You had a pretty good game yourself.
Yeah.
A 19-yard reception.
Yep. It should have been a touchdown, but
Well, you should have had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, you should have had another catch to set up a touchdown.
yeah, which they called incomplete. But I watched film and it was a complete catch.
Yep.
You know, I honestly, I got to say that, you know, the refs were probably, at that point in the game, were like, ugh.
Mercy rule, you know.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I mean, you guys completely threw off the fucking the spread. I mean, you know, I had you guys going 50 in the first quarter, and you guys fucked that up. I mean, I'm hoping Jimmy the Greek doesn't find me and break my legs. And then you guys couldn't even do, you know, I was hoping for 75 for the game, and you know, but
I mean, we have to be nice to our opponents, you know.
no, you don't. You know, as Ricky Bobby once said, if you ain't first, you're last.
I mean, we can't like score 100 in a game.
Why not?
I don't know. Mean.
Well, as the San Francisco 49ers can attest, there's never a big enough halftime lead in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and you know, you guys played smart football, unlike the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl against the Tom Brady and the Patriots. Hey, we got the number one most badass running back in the fucking league. Let's pass it. We're inside the 5. Let's pass it. Let's give Tom, you know, a minute left in the game.
Yep.
Fuck it. All right.
No, that was crazy. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah.
I think, can't think of his name now, their coach, but I think he had
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. I think he had a senior moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to trick them. We're going to trick them. They're going to expect to run. Let's pass it.
How long have you been playing football?
Since I played Mighty Mites when I was younger, but I started playing football for school in 6th grade.
Okay.
I played since then. Well, except for my freshman year.
What positions?
So I've played a lot. I've played backup QB, wide receiver, running back, and then on defense I've played safety and cornerback.
What would you say is your favorite position?
Definitely wide receiver.
Okay.
And on defense, definitely cornerback.
Yeah.
Because being safety is a lot of hard work.
Yeah. And now, did you guys won district last year?
No, we lost in the championship. Yeah, our starting running back
For
dislocated his elbow.
district championship or state?
District championship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third round of districts.
They led the whole.
I mean-
they led the game till
The fourth quarter, like
there was like a minute.
a minute 50.
Yeah, and that's when Ricky got hurt.
Yep.
And you could tell it. I mean, just sitting in the stands, you could tell it deflated the whole team when Ricky went down.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you could hear him screaming from the field.
Yeah. Yeah, he went down and hand down, and somebody either stomped on the back of his arm or landed on it, and his elbow just.
I think it
popped
was how he landed when he fell,
Well, that could have been too.
and he dislocated his elbow.
Yeah.
Initially, he thought somebody did it, but
We were on the sideline, thinking like the coaches were thinking, yeah, he's gonna get back up. He just got the wind knocked out of him.
yeah,
But no, he wanted to get back out there. He didn't want to leave.
right. Yeah, that was what was sad when your mom came back and told us as I was taking him off. He just kept looking back at the scoreboard. I just want to win.
Yeah, and I get that, and you know, the last couple of years I've gotten into watching high school football. My nephew played for a school in Kansas City, 6A. I mean, a lot different than Skyline, obviously, but it's a bigger area. So yeah, they're going to have a bigger school. And his junior year, because he's a sophomore in college now. First round state semifinals. Team comes in from St. Louis, DeSmet. They're a private school in St. Louis that's able to recruit all over the state, which I think is completely effed up because, schools are limited to their school district.
Right.
And they lost to this team. I mean, it was bad. And it was in Ray Peck's home stadium. Fast forward the next year, state finals, they're playing the exact same team. That team was ranked number 8 in the nation for 6A.
Well,
and they got fucking swept.
Was it by any chance Valley Catholic?
No, it was DeSmet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and these kids were getting recruited by D1 schools.
That's crazy.
That's how good they fucking were. And the fact that, it was a culmination because a lot of those kids had played Pee Wee on up, and they had all played together, and it was probably 8 players on the starting varsity team senior year that, it was like a culmination of your whole career, and a couple of them never went on to play college. I know my nephew's playing for Avila, which is kind of an independent school, not like Notre Dame independent, but like
kind of like
NIAA or something like that.
Or the Christian school in Springfield.
Drury?
No.
Oh.
Evangel.
Okay.
Kind of like Evangels.
Yeah.
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 I mean, they're not
we had
Missouri
a-
State.
Right.
We
But
had a team camp in Evangel.
nice.
Yeah.
Um,
How'd
A
that
lot
go?
of schools there.
Yeah.
But my nephew, the big thing, he got a partial scholarship, so that's why he's playing for him, because he does love playing football, but he's going because he wants to be a nurse.
Ah, there you
So
go.
his education is a big thing there, but if you can play football and get 75% of your tuition paid,
No kidding.
yeah. He's just, it's unfortunate. He's a Hembry. Gavin's 5'9". He tried to get to 200 beginning of last season. No.
Well, you're at 200.
I'm a little over 200, and I'm in nowhere near as good a shape as he is. But
So, Aiden, how tall are you now?
yeah,
Well, so we have this card that has everybody's weight and height on it, and I was put down for 5'7" and 135 pounds.
Because I was noticing in your picture the other day, you and Grammy are pretty close to the same height.
Yeah. How tall is
I was
she?
like, huh?
How tall is she?
She's 5'7", 5'8".
depending on what convenience store she's coming out of.
Exactly. So apparently your favorite team is the Los Angeles Rams?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my throwback St. Louis Rams Kurt Warner jersey tonight.
2022 Super Bowl champions.
Well, I'm wearing the first Super Bowl champion St. Louis Rams 99 team.
Yeah.
But, yep, 2022. It took them that long to do it again.
Well, they went to the Super Bowl a couple years before that one though,
Yeah, but
and they lost to the Patriots.
well, they lost to the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
because they done it in 2001 and then 15, wasn't it?
Yeah. No,
No,
I
not
think
15.
it was 16.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know.
Because 2017, the Patriots played the Falcons in the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Somebody Google that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have my
Give us a
phone on
reminder.
me, so. But I know. Yeah, the 2001. That one was Brady was a rookie and he was a backup, but he did take some snaps in that Super Bowl, so he earned that Super Bowl ring.
he didn't just take snaps. He
Oh, that's right, because Bledsoe got injured.
hurt in the conference round.
We were all wrong. It was 2019.
2019. Yep. I was going to say it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, because 2016 was, I think, Goff's first year.
That's right. No. Well, yeah, because they left St. Louis in 15.
Yeah.
And the first year they drafted Goff when he was in L.A.
Yeah, because he was never a St. Louis Ram.
Right.
Gurley was a St. Louis Ram.
Gurley he was drafted number 1
in 2015.
Yep. And your man there,
Aaron Donald
was a St. Louis Ram too.
Yeah. I think Aaron Donald was drafted in 2014.
Yep. But yeah, the Bledsoe got hurt. I think it was in the conference round, and Brady come in and led them to a win. And then in the AFC Championship game, Brady started.
Yeah.
And he got banged up, and Bledsoe finished that game. But then when they started the Super Bowl, Brady was the starting quarterback.
And that started the legacy that is still going to this day.
And who cares?
He was recently fined for not showing up to training camp.
I think that was clickbait because that was pre.
Well, he wouldn't. He didn't play. He said for personal reasons.
Yeah, he had already had it.
Him and his wife are getting divorced. Did you hear that?
Oh my god. I listened to that shit, and
if they got divorced, would he really lose half his shit because she makes more money than he does?
Playing wise, she does. Endorsements, I don't think she does.
I don't know.
He just signed that big ass fucking endorsement with Hertz. Let's go.
She does pretty well for herself.
Oh, she does. She does. They said she's worth $500 million. He's worth $500 million.
That's crazy.
So they could just split and just say, okay, you keep your shit, I'll keep mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
She probably fucked up and made him sign a fucking prenup.
It was probably like that because he was living up in fucking Boston at the time, and it's like, fuck this. Yeah. How the fuck can you get around? We got drivers. Why are you trying to drive anyone?
Like Joe Rogan said, you need some fucking winter. He said when he was like delivering papers as a kid, he said this guy come up to an intersection and he started sliding sideways through the intersection. He said halfway through it, he took a drink of coffee. So that's how calm people are in fucking Boston. Corrected that shit and kept on going. Said people in L.A., first drop of rain hits a windshield, they start driving into each other.
Shit, you ought to see fucking Phoenix.
Oh, I bet.
That's fucking... And the worst part about it is with Phoenix, it's such a dry heat. When it rains a shit ton, and the ground just cannot soak it up.
And then
fast enough.
And the oil on the pavement makes it slick as shit.
Yeah.
And that's all it is it's more of a concrete jungle than fucking Los Angeles ever thought about. Anyway.
Sports.
Yes.
Off topic.
Well, okay. The Arizona Cardinals were the first ones to have retractable grass.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't think they do anymore. I think they
no, they still do.
Yeah, but I thought they went to turf.
I'm not 100. I know it's still retractable.
Well, yeah, it's still retractable, but
and I know that it was a load of shit. The way that they got funding for that stadium, because they were being told the taxpayers that it was going to be the Pat Tillman Memorial Stadium, because of course Pat Tillman went to high school in Phoenix, went to college in Phoenix, played in Phoenix. He was fucking Phoenix, and he was he walked away from a multi-million-dollar fucking contract to go into the Army, and
right after 2001, after 9/11.
They do have a statue of him, which I think is pretty badass because it's him running without the helmet. So you got the hair like in fucking. So I mean, it's pretty cool. Two of my nieces actually they had their graduation in the stadium.
Cool.
Yeah, high school graduations were actually in the stadium, and that was pretty fucking awesome. You're not going to see that at Arrowhead.
Maybe. I don't know.
Now the Rams are coming to Kansas City this year, aren't they?
Right.
Yes.
November, I think, isn't it?
Yes, in November. I think it's.
We did check on ticket prices, but from what he was saying, ticket prices for the Raiders coming to town was what?
Yeah.
$300 for the cheap seats.
Yeah, for
Golly.
like nosebleeds. I found 2 tickets, 50-yard line, 4 rows up behind Kansas City's bench, and those were like $1,600
Good Lord.
a piece. I'm like, fuck that.
It's not the Super Bowl.
No shit. But I mean, I know a lot of the stadiums this has happened. The tailgating, like Kansas City is now charging for tailgating.
Really?
Yeah, you have to have not just a parking pass, but you have to have like a ticket to tailgate, because there was a lot of people that would go and pay like the $10-20 for tailgating, and then they would set out in the parking lot with a TV like you see at a lot of stadiums. People just fucking hang out there, watching the game, grilling, just having a great fucking time. And now,
So
after
like, you can't do that.
well, it's like they're trying to recoup the money that they lost during the 2020 season.
Yeah. They're going to run their fans off doing that shit.
Yeah. But, I mean,
it's like, okay, you gonna do that? I can sit at my fucking house and watch it with a lot better fucking view of everything going on. Than
better
being up here.
and better food that's not going to cost me a fucking arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another point that we've talked about on a previous podcast. Who the fuck is getting fucked up at a sporting event?
Right.
I know how much we paid for fucking drinks at a concert.
No shit. I got a friend of mine in Buffalo that does. He's had season tickets for the Chiefs for years, and shout out Jake. I know he's getting fucked up every time.
I don't know. I guess these people make more money than I do.
Yeah.
And I make pretty decent money, but obviously not enough. New. You guys can see it, whichever fucking camera angle you're looking at now. New tabletop.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress. This is the first episode that you'll see it. The next time you see it, it should be finished and special.
Hopefully.
Pizzazz.
Yeah.
Pizzazz.
Oh. Have you seen what we're doing to the tabletop?
Made out of bottle caps.
Yes. Yeah. And then we're gonna epoxy, and we're gonna.
No, I'm excited to see it.
We're having banners made.
Try to look all official.
I was wanting to go with a shower curtain or two. James just doesn't want to wear shorty shorts on a fucking beach. What a fucking buzzkill.
Yeah, no, I think I see it a lot when I use the bathroom. We're good.
I might or might not still have a banana hammock. I mean,
Dwight looks like
it's not this color of yellow.
yes. Looks like we're coming to see Dwight down in Orlando to go to the beach.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if we gotta have a new shower curtain. I mean, I'm getting ready to buy a house, and my spare bathroom has to have a shower curtain.
Well, you guys can come on that Mexican cruise with us in December.
Yeah.
It's open to non-Shriners too.
Ooh. Dwight, you hear that? You hear that? wherever you're looking at here.
I have all the information that you need to book that if you're thinking about it. I'm leaving out of New Orleans.
Nolans?
Partying on the sea during New Year's Eve.
Damn.
Must be nice.
Okay.
This is your Grammys and mine's first, so.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck it, we're going. I get to climb a pyramid, so.
I mean, I went on one a couple of years ago. Said I went on a cruise a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Disney cruise doesn't count.
I didn't know it was Norwegian.
I'd like to do a Disney cruise. I'm not gonna lie. Go to their island where they have the.
I want to do the Chris Jericho Rock and Wrestling Cruise.
Oh fuck yeah. But the Disney cruise, if they stop at their island, they have the Flying Dutchman there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, awesome. Back to sports. How far are you wanting to take this? Are you wanting to play college?
Well, I've always wanted to, make it to the NFL. It's always
Okay.
been my biggest goal.
Okay.
But then I've always told myself if I don't get a scholarship playing football, then I don't want to go to college.
Okay. What would be your if you don't get a scholarship? What would be your plans if you don't go to college?
I haven't figured that out yet.
May I suggest trade school?
I've had lots of people tell me that that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. It's only 2 years, and then you can do it in high school.
Yeah.
Through VOTEC and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I mean, that's what I did. 2 years in high school doing auto body, and I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm taking VOTEC, but I'm taking JAG this year.
JAG, what's that?
Jobs for American Graduates.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Now they did a study about 20 years ago on 2 high school graduates. One was a baccalaureate or valedictorian. Yeah, there we go. Valedictorian, and one was one that like barely graduated. Mm-hmm. The valedictorian went to college, got a degree in whatever, and got sunk in, student loan debt, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
The kid that barely graduated became a journeyman.
Mm-hmm.
And did 2 years, became a lineman, an electrician. They went back and they looked at these 2 after 10 years. The valedictorian was working like 2 jobs, barely making it by, not being able to use his degree, and he's up to his eyebrows in fucking debt.
Right.
The kid that went and became an electrician owned his own home, had 2 cars, had started his own business, and was debt free.
Yep. That's like a deal on Facebook. It showed Bob is a college graduate, got his degree, and I can't remember what they said, but he's about to get his lights turned off by Jim, who went to 2-year trade school and works for the electric company, making $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, to segue into a topic that was sent to us by Dwight, advice we would give the younger generation: go to trade school.
Yep.
If you're not good at sports, and I mean, if you can get to college on a sports scholarship, fucking take it.
Or an academic scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, if you can make it to college on a scholarship, go get an education. Yes, definitely.
I mean, if I just got a scholarship in general, I'd go to college. It doesn't necessarily have to be for football.
Right.
Right.
Realistically,
Well, if you keep your academics up,
I mean, I get good grades.
yeah, you can get an academic scholarship depending on what you want to go into. Like my boss's daughter, she wanted to go into nursing, and of course she didn't go to college, but she did. She went to nursing school,
right.
and because of her grades were so good, she got a full ride through nursing school.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's making buku bucks now.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and that's my nephew's going to Avila, and that's like one of their biggest things is they are a 4-year nursing school. Your first 2 years are your basic college courses. Last 2 years, that's when you start getting into nursing. And because I went and previewed with him because I was thinking about going there when I first got out of the Army. Senior year, you're pretty much interning. You find a hospital or a clinic or whatever, and you intern. Like, that's where you go to school. There's no more showing up campus or anything like that. And I'd already talked to one of the ladies at like the VA, and they were like, hell yeah, we would love to have you interned here. And I'm like, sweet. And just didn't pan out that way. I decided to blow my fucking GI Bill on DeVry. Still didn't.
I thought you were going to say on blow. But.
If I could have found a way to do hookers and blow with it, it probably would have been a whole lot better.
Yep. So, you interested in any other sports besides football?
I've always been a one sport person. I've never been interested in basketball, baseball, or soccer.
What about NASCAR, wrestling?
Well, I've always been a wrestling fan, but I've never wanted to do it.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, just a fan of the sport.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I watch basketball sometimes, like, only sometimes. But then I watch wrestling a lot.
Not amateur wrestling. We're talking AEW,
Yes.
WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Good shit. Yeah.
yeah. It's unfortunate. Aiden missed out on,
The Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And
Well,
WCW when it was.
Well, I'm
Goldberg
just.
was king and,
I mean, basketball. Missed out on the Jordan era because it was exciting.
yeah, see, I never was a big basketball fan. That was probably the last NBA game I watched was probably during the Jordan era.
Right.
But I just never. Now I think I figured it out one day. There was a college basketball game come on a sports talk or on a sports radio show I listened to, and I think I figured out why I don't like it. It's the squeaking of the tennis shoes, especially listening to it on the radio. I was like, that's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
But as far as wrestling, in high school we done amateur wrestling in like 9th grade and 10th grade. I loved it.
Yeah, our school doesn't have a wrestling
No,
program.
we didn't have a wrestling program. Just our coach taught us amateur wrestling
Oh, yeah.
during PE class, and I loved it because if I lost, it was me that lost.
Right.
It wasn't because Joe Bob at second base missed a ball.
Yeah.
Or somebody on the front line missed a block and caused our quarterback to get sacked and fumble, when we're trying to score.
Yeah.
It's one-on-one, and it's the hardest 3 minutes of your life each round. It's like, you use every muscle that you can ever think of.
Yeah.
And I loved it, If we'd have had a wrestling team, I'd have figured out a way to have been on that team back then.
It's an individual sport and
It's a
team
sport too, but
Right.
your team can suck, but you win all your matches,
Yeah.
you can still win state.
Right. Right. I mean, but, as far as team rankings go.
Then you might get a call from, well, probably not Vince McMahon anymore, but Triple H might call you up.
Yeah.
Or Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Or whatever other wrestling programs are out there.
Yeah. Those are the two biggies right now. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, Japan Pro Wrestling,
New Japan, or what is it? One Japan?
All
New
Japan.
All Japan?
All Japan. Then there's New Japan too.
Yeah. I know there's still the luchador, like Mexico.
That's AAA down in Mexico.
Yeah. Because I know Jericho did some time down there. Lita did some time down there.
Well, right now, Dax and Hardwood.
Dax Shepard?
No.
Close.
FTR.
Oh.
They're the ROH, the Ring of Honor champions. They're the AAA champions, which is the Mexican.
Yeah.
They don't call it the New Japan, but it's basically their championship and tag team right now.
And that's cool that they're able to go through all of that because,
And they're AEW. So
right.
Yeah. They
back in the day, you couldn't be like tag team champs and then go to Japan as WWE Tag Team Champs and wrestle for 2 years?
Earlier you could, like in the NWA, you could be the NWA champions and you could go wrestle in Japan.
Yeah.
And defend your titles in Japan. It was, you were putting on shows, you were putting on spot shows or whatever over there, but you were just, because the NWA, they shared a lot with Japan and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
Because and
WWF didn't do so much because they were kind of their own little clique up in the Northeast.
Yep.
But they had a couple NWA heavyweight championship versus a WWF championship matches.
Yep.
But they all ended in a double disqualification or something because they didn't want to.
Worldwide.
Unification.
Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Right.
That was
Vince Sr.
Yeah, Vince Sr. Yeah.
Yep. So you never had any aspiration to play baseball, huh?
No, baseball's a very boring sport.
It's not when you're playing it.
Well, I don't want to have to sit in the dugout.
Or set out in the outfield and just kind of like
Play right field when everybody bats right-handed and hits it to left field.
Yeah. No, I've never been interested in baseball.
If you can get a spot on at third base or shortstop, you're busy. But I like playing baseball and softball and whatever. It was just, it depended on. When we got to high school, it sucked because we had so many kids in our high school that we had like 15 people on each team, and if you got to bat twice, it was because you was either the first or second batter.
yeah.
You got 35 minutes for class. But
I played Pee-wee baseball. Obviously years and years ago, but I wasn't any good. I never got to bat. I was always out in right field. Yeah, I was that kid that was off looking everywhere else because there was nothing really going on.
Picking grass and playing with butterflies.
Yeah. Because I hadn't started drinking yet, and I wasn't chasing tail yet. So, no, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna grow my hair and be a."
I want to be in a band someday.
I had long hair when I played football.
Yeah.
My freshman year.
What'd you play your freshman year?
I was cornerback and running back. I played at the time we had like 2, 3, and 4 backs. Your 4-back is what better known as your fullback, and your 2 would be on the right side, and your 3 would be on the left side. We had one kid as our 3-back, and there was 3 of us as a 2-back. And this kid's mom went and complained to our coach because he wasn't getting any playing time, and he was a shitty fucking player. I mean
that's what happened.
Yeah.
In my 7th grade year, this kid played, and his mom came out and started talking with the coach because he wasn't getting any playing time. And the year after that, he didn't play.
Yeah. I was second string. I was never a starter. So I'm like, well, fuck playing 2-back. I'm gonna move over to 3-back so I can at least get some playing time there, because after this kid's mom threw a fucking fit, I got dropped down to third string, and it's like, dude, I run a fucking faster 40 than you do. I can catch better. I'm a better runner. But anyways, I moved over to 3-back, and then this little motherfucker moved over, and it's like, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. And he moved back, and I got a little bit of playing time.
Did you only play your freshman year?
Yeah, because my sophomore year I moved to Kansas City from Illinois, and at the time, I don't know if it was the school district or whatnot, but if you were a new student, you couldn't play a sport your first semester. And then
it was almost like a college transfer clause.
Yeah, and then my junior year I moved down here, and Buffalo did the same thing because I still wanted to play, and I had ran track my sophomore year. So when I moved down here, I wanted to play football again, and they were like, "Oh, you can't because you're a new student." Blah blah blah. Senior year came around, and I'm like, "Fuck that! Because the first thing, I mean, the coach was like, dude, you've got some massive fucking legs. I want to get you on the team. And I'm like, can I have my hair? Because at that point, my hair was already down past my shoulders and it was getting long. He's like, oh, no, you have to get a haircut. I'm like, you're going to have to find somebody else because I'm not fucking cutting my hair.
That's like one of the rules from our baseball coach. He has a rule where you have to shave your facial hair or you can't play.
I don't know. I mean, that wasn't a thing when I was in high school because nobody
had facial hair when I was in high school either. You might have had that little dirt thing going on.
I take that back. Vez had a full-on fucking mustache.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I think
it's the steroids in the food or something because that wasn't, I mean, I think we had, I take that back. At Votech, we had one guy in there. And he was a senior in high school. He was from Buffalo. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
He had male pattern baldness and a full fucking beard. And I'm like, I thought he was an adult student.
Yeah.
You know, and I said something. He's like, no, I'm a senior at Buffalo. I'm like, really?
How many times did you get held back, bro?
Yeah, no shit.
Well, okay. Do you remember
How
that?
old are you? 25, 27? You know?
Do you remember that liquor store that was in Bolivar? It was as you're driving out towards Walmart. It was on the left-hand side.
Riley's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got shut down because an 18-year-old kid went in there, and this kid had crow's feet and a full-blown fucking beard.
Yeah.
And he never carded the dude. I mean, fuck. Here's this guy coming in with a full-grown fucking beard and crow's feet.
Of course, nowadays, if you've been doing meth since 16, you look old enough to buy.
Yeah. I don't even get fucking carded anymore, and it hurts.
It hurts.
It does. Like
they tease card me every once in a while. They're like going, "Are you sure you're old enough to buy this?" I'm like, "I can show you my ID."
I'm old enough to be your dad. Okay.
Or maybe granddad.
Oh.
Ouch. Well, I mean, I think we've covered the football angle. Yes. We've covered the aspirations.
Here's the question: are the Rams going to repeat this year?
I'm saying back to back. I'm calling it.
Calling it back to back.
Yep.
Who they beating in the Super Bowl?
In the Super Bowl, the Bills.
Oh.
Okay, now
Yep, I'm calling it.
Look,
You heard it here, Las Vegas. Aiden just called it.
The Raiders have no
over the
chance.
Bills. What's the score?
What's the score?
Yeah.
Rams over the Bills.
I'm gonna say a good 30, 35 to 28.
35-28, close game.
Okay.
All right.
Now, to be fair, if the Bills make it back to the Super Bowl, then they're definitely not winning.
Make it back. They haven't been there since the 80s.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Making it back to the Super Bowl. They're not winning because karma.
Are you doubting Josh Allen now? I mean,
Do you not remember the whole rant about the 68 Bills and how karma fucking hates the Bills because of O.J. Simpson and what tragedy that happened?
have you listened to that podcast yet?
I've not.
Okay. So we owe the tragedy of the Kardashians to the 1968 Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills in 1968 went 112-1, which got them the number one draft pick in 1969. And with that number one draft pick, they took the Heisman Trophy winner, O.J. Simpson. While O.J. Simpson lived in New York playing for Buffalo, he met Nicole Brown Simpson. They moved to California, and Nicole met Ron Goldman, and O.J. allegedly killed Nicole and Ron Goldman. Then he went on the chase down the I-5 in the white Bronco. He was arrested on murder charges. And Rob Kardashian was one of his defense attorneys, the Kardashian dad. So the Kardashian name became household, along with Johnny Cochran. And then Kim and Ray J.
You got to acquit.
Kim and Ray J released the sex tape, and everybody got to know her big ass butt and how much dick it could actually take. And that's what brought the Kardashians to the world that we know. And it all leads back to the 1968 fucking Buffalo Bills. And that's the reason why the Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 times and lost, because karma said, I'm seeing the future. This is what's going to fucking happen because you guys are fucking shitty.
Well, he just predicted they're going to lose a 5th one.
Yeah. Right.
So there you go.
So there it is.
There you go. Okay, Matt. So
yeah,
your Super Bowl prediction.
Oh.
See, I was gonna ask this question, but I figured it was gonna be biased.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be biased. I'm predicting Vegas and San Francisco.
Okay, that's good.
And Vegas is going to win, and I'm calling it let's say 21-17.
Yeah, I just realized. I remember that they just got Devontae Adams. So.
Who did? Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
James?
I'm going to homer up here and say it's going to be the Rams.
Okay.
I'm going to homer up again and say it's going to be against the Chiefs.
Okay, I've been wanting to see this one.
In the final score.
Okay. Wait, we got to get your prediction of the final score too, Matt.
I said that.
Oh, you did?
21-17.
21-17. Okay.
It's not going to be as high as when they met in L.A., but it's going to be...
the 54 to 51.
To 42.
48-42.
Rams.
Oh, shit.
Rams, okay.
Highest score in Super Bowl in history.
Yeah.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. So we got Rams
and Bills.
And the Bills.
35 to 28.
Got Vegas and San Francisco. 21-17 Vegas.
Rams and Chiefs.
Rams and the Chefs.
48-42.
48-42.
I feel like my prediction will be good because I should have put money on the Warriors playoff run. And I was correct.
I saw this meme earlier.
Let's call Vegas and see what the odds are. You can't put it, but I'll place it for you. How's that?
Okay.
Going off of the Chiefs Rams thing, I saw a tweet earlier from Mahomes, and he was saying that he played Fortnite for the first time in a long time, and he got murked by somebody wearing his jersey, and he doesn't know how he feels about it.
Because they just put his skin in the game.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to end it there. You have just watched another episode of Stewham Productions Presents
J&M Solve the World. I am James.
And I've been Matt, and with us has been our special guest,
Aiden.
So until next time, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter, and we'll be seeing you. Have a good one, guys.
Peace out.